Hi all, how you doing? Hope you're doing great wherever you are in the world. Hope you're in a better place than the UK at the moment. Okay, so anyway, yeah, so let's talk about the UK riots. I mean, even Elon Musk in the US is even talking about it as well. But yeah, it's a big topic at the moment in the last week. It's all kicked off. And unfortunately, it kicked off because um, a guy basically went into a Taylor Swift sort of kiddies kind of dance lesson, I think it was, something like that. Totally innocent, kids just enjoying themselves, or hopefully just enjoying themselves, just dancing to some Taylor Swift music, basically. And unfortunately, some guy came in and ruined loads of people's lives. Just came in, no idea why at this moment in time. He's obviously locked away now, or he's in prison waiting trial or something. I'm not exactly sure where we're at with him. But he came in with a knife and just killed these three innocent girls, stabbed a few others as well. A few other adults tried to stop him, but he was obviously, well, he was completely insane, basically. That's the only way I can put it. Why would you do such a thing? It just doesn't make any sense at all to attack young under 10s who are just out there having a bit of fun. And three of them lost their lives, all under 10. And obviously other people are going to be traumatized for the rest of their life. These other little girls who survived, and I think one of the teachers, who survived, they're obviously going to be traumatized for the rest of their lives. Anyway, after that, people on Twitter started saying that the person who killed these little girls was an asylum seeker, or someone who'd come to this country illegally, and that kind of thing. But when you look at who it was, this Axel Rudakubana, so accused of murdering three girls at a Taylor Swift themed dance class. Age 17, he was born in Cardiff, first of all, to Rwandan immigrants' parents who fled to the UK after the 1994 genocide. He was diagnosed with autism, previously appeared in a Doctor Who themed fundraising advert for BBC's Children in Need in 2018, filmed in Blackpool. Remanded in custody, pending trial on charges of murder, 3 counts, attempted murder, 10 counts, and possessing a kitchen and a knife with a curved blade. So this guy obviously is going to go down for the rest of his life, no matter, you know, wherever he's going to attend, whether he's going to finish in a mental asylum or whatever. He's got autism. Now, obviously, autism, that's something that I know a little bit about. I'm probably a little bit autistic on the autistic spectrum myself, but I'm not uh, declared autistic, but I do have two autistic children. Okay. Um, so I understand how autism can kind of take hold of you to some extent and make you behave in a different way at times to other normal kids. Okay. So I kind of understand that. Obviously my children don't, well, they're not both children now anyway. One of them's grown up and left the nest and stuff, but I don't expect him to go off wielding a machete or anything like that and butchering people. So he shouldn't make you do that. But let's besides all of that, so on Twitter, basically, someone he gave out wrong information. They said it was a different name, first of all. They got the name completely wrong. I can't remember what the name was, but they were using a different name um, to make it sound as if they were. I mean, he's got a bit of a strange name as it is, Axel Rudakubana. I mean, anyway, but they just made up a name on Twitter and said it was this guy who'd come in illegally on the boats, and basically that set everything off. Okay, so you get all these people who've, how can I put it? They tend to have sort of shaven heads, tattoos with "God Save the Queen" on probably, and England flags, St. George flags, and things like that. People class them as sort of right wing thugs and that kind of thing. And then they'll just say that they just love their country and stuff. Okay, but they've got a really weird way of showing how they love their country because to me they just use these um this situation to just riot. Okay, if you look at the video of people of these kind of people, I mean, all they're doing now is just attacking the police. Okay, so some people have already got a couple of years in prison. I know in Merseyside riots, I think a couple of people got 18 months or 2 years for attacking the police. I don't understand why they're attacking the police. Okay. I mean, yeah, I'm not saying the police are perfect, by the way, because they're not. Okay. There's always this idea of two-tier policing, okay, where what people are saying is that white people are getting bigger sentences and stuff, and then colored people are getting let off with things. Okay, so you see these articles where they say, oh, this colored person, this Asian person, was a paedophile, but he got like 6 months community sentence. And then they'll say something like, this white guy here, he robbed an apple from a shop and got 2 years, or something like that kind of thing. So they're sort of saying there's this two-tier police um, state, okay, that we're living in, and that's kind of what they're going on. So I guess that's why they're attacking the police, okay. But then also the going in shops and stuff. This is the thing I just find absolutely crazy. You hear stories of and you can see it's not just stories, you can actually see them with the ill-gotten gains in the hands, girls stealing Crocs, okay, as in those plastic shoes, okay. People stealing gingerbread men from pastry shops, called Greg's. What's all that about? I mean, why would you do that? I mean, it's also, to me, it's just a total disgrace. These three girls have lost their lives, and other young girls are probably going to be mutilated, injured, and going to have PTSD maybe as well, mental issues due to this knifing. And they're going out robbing gingerbread men um, on the back of that. I just, it's just a total disgrace to me. Um, you're just using this as an excuse to pilfer things, pilfer some nice trainers, no doubt, and stuff like that, and enjoy yourself by attacking the police and breaking things because that's what you like doing, I think. Um, so it's just ridiculous. So the one thing I'd say about wrong information, so it's also these Twitterers, these tweeters, like people like Katie Hopkins. Now, she's put here, well done, everyone. Enough is enough. So there's this sort of hashtag going around, is enough is enough. Please add other patriot gatherings below. Place, date, time, location. Far righty mighty. Okay. So she's sort of saying she's with the far right, basically. So here's all these gatherings. I'm not going to name them and stuff. Um, So she put places where people should gather. So she's not doing anything illegal here, in my opinion, because I know a lot of people have reposted this and said, "Isn't she doing something illegally? Isn't she instigating riots?" So I mean, that's a like, I don't know. Is she instigating riots because she's using these hashtags? Enough is enough, which is maybe associated with this, you know, the right. And obviously far righty mighty, obviously that that is associated with the right. But the point is it would be difficult to sort of prove in a court of law that she's instigating riots. Okay. I think that would be harder to kind of prove in a court in the UK, I think. Because you could just say, well, you're just asking people to gather and protest. Okay. So there's nothing illegal, I don't think. Maybe there is actually. I mean, there are laws against large gatherings and things. I'm not exactly sure um, what the laws are, about illegal gatherings and things like that. Um, but when you get a large group of people together, more often than not, you start getting disorder. Okay, you get people taking advantage of that. So even if people have sort of gathered together in a peaceful protest, the fact that you've got a large group of people gathering together often ends up in things going awry. People start doing things, and also there's other people who you can join these groups trying to take advantage. Some people will just be there basically stealing people's wallets and stuff like that. Whenever you get a large group of people, there's going to be people who are just going to be pilferers, who pickpockets and that kind of thing. So, but that's besides this. That's not really what we're talking about here. But you will get other people who are um, trying to take advantage of the situation. So it makes it difficult for the police to arrest people. They can try to, pilfer. And that's what's been happening up and down the country. It's basically turning the country into a complete shithole. But there have been gatherings where they've also then attacked places where these people are coming in off the boats and stuff like that, and or they're coming in from these migrants. So if you've been in a war-torn location, okay, and there's loads of wars all over the country. We hear about Israel and Russia and Ukraine and things like that. So there are people, for instance, Ukrainian families that have come over to the UK that that we've put up basically. So I don't understand why we're protesting about that. I mean, if I was living in a war-torn place, I would like to go. I would like my family to be taken somewhere safe. Okay. And people are protesting against that. It's like you should stay in your own lane. You should stay where you were born and all of that kind of thing. But lots of these people are happy to have, go out to Indian restaurants and Pakistani restaurants for a curry and things like that. I mean, I saw a tweet yesterday about someone complaining about the Curry Mile in Manchester. Someone from Ireland, I don't think he quite understood it. He ended up deleting his tweet because everyone from Manchester was saying the Curry Mile is a great place. We're always going out there for a curry, and it's fantastic, fantastic atmosphere, fantastic food. And he completely screwed up, and he ended up deleting his tweet. But so you get people like Katie Hopkins who like to inflame situations. That's what she does. Okay, she just likes to inflame the situation all the time, whatever it is, because it's good for viewers and stuff like that. I mean, she has been sued in the past because she's taken things too far. Um, so maybe she's a bit more careful in what she tweets now. But this is on the edge. This kind of tweet. I'm not going to say it's instigating riots. Other people have. I mean, what do you think? Let me know in the comments what you think about that. Um, But other things that I've noticed about Twitter, which is a good thing, okay, so there's this a new thing called community notes. So Elon Musk has been kind of tweeting about this. So what you can do is when somebody makes a tweet, you can just put an at community notes. Okay, so you just put an at community notes to try to make people aware of a tweet and just basically check on it. So you might have seen stuff where people are advertising things, you know, like a product or something like that, and you can just put at community tweets to see if it's like a legitimate thing. Will it do what it's supposed to do and things like that? So getting back to crypto, a bit of a tenuous link, you could use at community notes. So when people tweet stuff saying, oh, XRP is going to the moon because of this, you could put an at community notes and hopefully get somebody who's volunteered to give some information on that and see if it is actually true what they're saying. Okay. So yeah, that was my tenuous link back to crypto. Okay, but it is quite a useful thing. Community notes. But mainly that's been used for checking on people's tweets to see if certain things are true, So when people say XYZ person was responsible for murdering those girls, then somebody else can say about no, actually you're wrong. Because this guy, he was born in Wales. Okay, he's born in Cardiff. So yes, he was born to Rwandan immigrants. Now How did they get here? I don't know. Did they come here on boats illegally and just get into the country? I don't know. And so the far right will probably say that. I have no idea though. I don't know what the truth is behind that. I don't think, uh, not sure who knows the truth about that. But we obviously know what happened in Rwanda when loads of people basically got butchered. I mean, what you've got to do is you've got to put yourself in someone else's shoes. Okay. So I look at myself as fortunate to be born in the UK and have had a decent-ish life. Obviously, you look at things in the past and think, oh, I wish I'd done things better and that kind of thing. Um, but on the whole, I've had a pretty decent upbringing, a pretty decent life. Whereas if you're born in a poorer country and then you suddenly get people going around the streets with machetes and stuff like that, and nobody can stop them. And I think about 1 million people got butchered and killed in Rwanda. I mean, who would want to live in that environment? Nobody would. You try to do your best to get out of that situation, and clearly his parents did that and they got out. However, they got out, I don't know whether it was illegally, um, like an illegal smuggling, or whether they came over because the UK let them in, basically, because obviously it's a war-torn country at the time that they came in. So you've got to put yourself in other people's shoes, and that's what I try to do. I try to think, why are you doing this? Why would you do this? I mean, you wouldn't want to stop in a place that's war torn and just there's nothing around you. You'd want to leave it. Okay. So all these people saying, you should stay where you are. I mean, would you really stay where you are where all buildings are crumbling down and you're getting attacked with machetes and stuff like that? You wouldn't. You'd be out of your head to stay in those conditions. You'd want to get out of there as soon as possible. So just have a bit of thought and think about what's going on in the world because we need to get along and that's a problem. We need to try and stop all this fighting basically. I think all these wars and stuff don't help the situation. If we could end all the wars, I think that would definitely improve things. So I'm of the opinion if you can stay in your own country and make yourself better off, then that's what you should do. I mean, I'm happy to stay and die, born in the UK and I'll die in the UK probably. I can't see myself living abroad and moving out ever. Okay. But I'm fortunate in that I've been born in a half decent country. Okay. Um, let me know in the comments what you think about that. Lots of people in the UK always think, oh, I'll retire and move off to Spain and stuff like that. There's certain locations in the world where UK people often end up. Okay, they move over to emigrate to Australia is quite a popular one. Going over to Spain and enjoying the sunny weather and that kind of thing, or moving over to Florida maybe or something like that. But that's people's choice. They can do that kind of thing. And that is the thing. People have choice to move. Um, but these people are saying, no, no, you can't do that. You've got to live in your country and you're not allowed to move anywhere. Because if you come over here, you're going to wreck the country. Well, if you think about all the doctors, all the Indian doctors and things like that, have they really wrecked this country? I don't think so. All the Pakistani curry houses and stuff. I went for a curry with my mate only a couple of days ago. It's a great curry. You don't see many English people running curry houses. Okay. If there are any English people actually running, people who are born in English with white faces, that's what I mean by that, by the way. I don't think I've ever seen a white person running a curry house. So, yeah. So what is the solution to all this? I mean, I don't like the idea of boats. I don't like the idea of people coming in illegally. Okay, I'm against that. But if I put myself in their shoes, would I do that? Would I take a risk on trying to, travel 15 miles in a plastic dinghy to get away from wherever? Maybe I would, but then if I'm coming in from sort of Turkey in that area, maybe Africa coming through Turkey, and I don't know exactly. My geography is not brilliant. But I don't know why I'd come all the way to the UK, if I'm honest. I'd probably settle somewhere in Europe, to be honest with you. But um yeah, so I'm not really for people coming in on dinghies. I think it's a bit crazy. They're coming all the way to the UK on dinghies and risking their lives on that kind of thing. And then people are obviously exploiting the situation. These smugglers taking advantage, getting thousands of pounds, sticking them in a dinghy, profiting or putting them in trucks, vans, and stuff like that. You often hear these stories where people have suffocated, 20 people have suffocated in the back of a lorry and things like that. Um, so you're coming out of some war-torn. I mean, some people aren't even coming out of war-torn places. They're just trying to better their lives. And I've got no problem with people trying to better their lives. I mean, what is wrong with that? But I think overall, human beings just need to get along and stop all the fighting, stop attacking people, stop attacking the police. Also, the police, they need to police responsibly, they should treat everyone identically. And that is one of the problems I don't think they are doing, actually. Okay. There's sometimes one rule for one and one rule for another. And obviously that's the two-tier policing. So we're not living in a perfect world. We're not living in a perfect society, which kind of pisses me off because I don't think it's that difficult to achieve certain things. And people just make things worse. It's always I feel like it's always like the 5% who make things worse for the 95% of people who get on. Um, One good thing that was great, only was it yesterday, anti-racism protesters rally after weeks of riots. That was great to see. So I think they probably um, gathered where Katie Hopkins was saying. I think they gathered in a lot of these places that Katie Hopkins is trying to get people to go to. And lots of people were against racism, basically. No to racism. Okay. So that was really positive. Because at the end of the day, it's all one big melting pot. We're all different colors. Some are white, some are black, and people are in between. And we're all human beings at the end of the day. We live on one planet. We haven't found any life anywhere else in the universe. So we need to kind of get along. Um, I mean, God knows what happens when Elon Musk gets to Mars, and we're going to have like Martian riots and things like that. Who knows? But yeah, I just think we could all just get along peacefully and enjoy our lives. We're only on here for about 90 years, most people, 80 years, and we just need to get along. So, anyway, I've waffled enough about this. What do you think? What do you think the solution is? Is there a solution? Let me know in the comments.